Here we go. Look up there! That's the Jade Chamber! This is bad. Well, since we want to go to... Let's look around. Hey, look! Since this is the right place, it must have something to do with the Jade Chamber. Yes, this must... Let's play! Aw, if that wind current was stronger, we'd be... Huh? Why? Or... Oh! Alright, let's follow your plan. Oh, hang on a moment. Looks like we've gotten close to the Guizhong Ballista. Why don't we shoot you up to the Jade Chamber using the ballista? No. Oh, that's right. Now that you mention it, we could use the Guizhong Ballista to see if...
Who trespasses on these hallowed grounds?
Exactly. We're invited guests. No. Wait. She pretended to invite us to the Jade Chamber, but set up a millilith.
What? We're just on guard.
What nonsense! Seize these suspicious.
Well, here they come.
By royal decree.
Who goes there? Take the target alive! Retribution!
Time for takeoff.
To arms! As you wish, Fräulein. Attack!
By royal decree.
Take the target alive!
Retribution!
Take this!
Time for takeoff.
Bested!
Stop. What's all this about?
Lady Kuching, these two strange people set up.
Who are you calling strange?
You want to go to the Jade Chamber?
We're invited guests here to look for the Liyue Chisi.
Well, as it happens, I am.
Oh,
I'm Kuching, the Yuheng of. I know of you, traveler.
wow. Paimon didn't think we'd meet some super rich big shot out here.
The Guizhong Ballista in Tianheng Pass has long been in disrepair, and yet it was fixed in a single night. I came here to investigate that occurrence. These Millilith are just here to guard the scene.
So this was all a misunderstanding.
Anyway, for a mortal to be able to repair an Adepti mechanism.
That was... Eh? Oh, right. So,
Just call me Kuching. I'd say that Ningguang's purpose is to request that the savior of monsters.
we're not taking sides.
When you say protect, you're referring to their
Huh?
You are mortals and thus under their protection. There was no way they would have Naturally, they would also regard Ningguang. I'll say it like it is.
Well, you've got to... Still, this is the first time Paimon's seen a person from Liyue who...
Should I respect the shallow sense of time and condescension to mortals that has caused them to... Forget it. I shouldn't speak of them this way. Either way, I will admit that the act... Rex Lapis's death is indeed an extraordinary circumstance. But to think that they would call for a council of how surprisingly civilized of them. Well, for Ningguang, she would talk anything and everything out if she could. But I doubt we can do that here. The time of the Adepti has... I'll stop here. Honestly, I hadn't intended... You should both be off to the Jade Chamber. The cream of Liyue's mercantile crop...
Favor? But... Wait, that's right. Greeting gifts are a staple of Liyue's
Alright. You can decide on your greeting gift yourself. You didn't actually have to come to my... Well then. May we meet again, traveler.
Well, that Yuheng may not respect the... So, what should we give to Ningguang when we see her? Oh, right! Paimon dreamed of an amazing... Paimon has a feeling that it would be perfect for... Why don't we go with that for a gift? Nope! But Paimon, let's go gather ingredients! rock gliding be faster? Crystal clear and very delicious. That's the one.
Retribution! Did you hear that? It seemed like it came from those ruins over there. Uh-oh. It looks like the
There's no end to this. I see which you're open.
Think you can get away?
Thank you for your help, kind travelers.
Aw, it was nothing. No need to thank us all at once, or...
I understand. Don't worry. Don't say that. I only escaped this predicament because of you. I'm Meng Dan, a supplier for Mingxing jewelry, and I never expected that those treasure hoarders would have... Is there anything that you lack?
Wait a moment. Actually,
Oh?
Do you have a box that can store presents? We'd like...
Of course we do. How can one sell... Now just give me a moment, and I'll let the boss know.
Great! Paimon sugar-frosted slime now comes in a...
Jewelry's out of stock, but we have some new items in.
Hey there!
Uncle Meng already told me about it. Many of the best goods in... Here, this container is itself an antique.
Yep. Hang on a moment. Could we...
Sure. Please help yourselves.
Traveler, this clay pot looks really awesome. If we use an antique as our mixing bowl, we should be able to make a great snack. It's done! The one and only sugar-frosted slime!
Oh, yes. You might want to use these 2 freshly picked flowers as decoration.
Woohoo! It looks beautiful! Great! Now that we've put all that we've got into... Excuse me, do you sell the moon here?
Yes. How many?
It's not convenient to speak.
Ah, well said. Please, use the...
Yep.
And yet the code they used was not the one for guess, but for...
I've been waiting for you.
It's Ningguang. Since this is our first meeting,
Oh, for me. You have my thanks. It's...
Oh no, it's nothing.
I'm glad you... This palace floats in the skies, higher than the peak of any mountain. From this vantage point, one may survey all of Liyue. I have been gathering the funds necessary to build it from the time I began learning the merchant's craft. At first, it was but the size of one room. Now, one day, I believe it will overshadow all 7 nations. Not many from outside Liyue earn the right to ascend to the Jade Chamber. But I have been in correspondence with... As such, I have been putting eyes and ears out ever since you
What?
And I finally got wind of your movements when you were on the way to Wangshu.
Wait, was Vergoldet one of your people?
Just Vergoldet? Everyone at Wangshu Inn is one of ours. At the Guizhang Ballista, yes?
You were peeking on us from the skies the whole time.
I fear that peeking would have been a little difficult from this. Our eyes and ears are more than sufficient. You two are very interesting people, after all. Well, I wouldn't expect you to trust us, considering that you have had far more interactions with the Adepti. The reason I invited you here... I believe that you've heard of the ARCHON. Many gods used to walk this earth, and many long wars were fought between them that did not abate until 2,000 years ago. Much blood was... In the end, only 7 victors remained standing in Tevat. They built cities and nations on the corpses of the vanquished, and thus began the era. You can see Goyun Stone Forest from here, I trust. It is no natural rock formation. Those are giant spears of rock hurled by Rex Lapis during the war. Beneath the spears lie those cast down by Rex Lapis in those days, gods that failed to seize the title of Archon. Not only is it true that gods may die, but so too has the membership of the 7 changed over the last 2 millennia. Rex Lapis's passing is an unimaginable disaster for Liyue. But the Order of the Seven will not collapse simply because of that. Another Lord of Geo will arise sooner or later. Yet, how are we to forget Rex Lapis? When that time comes, the relationship between the people of Liyue and the gods and Adepti will surely be different from before. Even in a new era, the Liyue Qixing remain Rex Lapis's former subjects. Do you really think us capable of having played a part in his demise? Of That day at Yujing Terrace, it was also very sudden. Even I was caught completely off guard. But our enemy has long lain hidden within the harbor. If we do not act against them now, they will. Hiding the Exuvia was a necessary maneuver.
Who's this enemy you're talking?
What do you think, Traveler?
Huh? What?
Well answered. The scenery out here is fine indeed, but the wind is a little strong.
Wowee! What a huge hall! Paimon's never seen such a fancy place before.
Be at ease, you two. Make yourselves at home.
Can we really?
I have invited you two here as friends. And when friends come over, why, you've kept your ear to the ground, I see.
That's because even the storytellers are talking about it. Everyone's.
That's because that wall records Leo's secrets. Merchants have always. But the secrets of the mercantile world are of no interest to you, are they, Traveler? If possible, I'd like to have. But if you were to choose the more trustworthy person between myself and Kuching. You'd pick Kuching? I originally thought her a bit too hard-headed. With someone of her character on the Qixing, I've had some extra messes to clean up, but after she said those words, the time of the Adepti has long passed. If even the Liyue Qixing don't want to face that truth, then what few— Well, I must say that quite a few of my doubts have been I won't deny that Rex Lapis's passing seems advantageous to us. But, for Liyue's sake, we cannot allow ourselves to be shackled by rumors of our— Indeed. It seems that you understood what I meant to say from the very beginning. I called for the gag order and for the Exuvia to be hidden to temporarily stabilize the situation, and also to prevent something similar to the incident in Mondstadt. With Rex Lapis's death, the Fatui have busied themselves with many clandestine. Allowing the rite of parting to take place was also meant to buy some—
It's exactly as Zhongli said. The Qixing only provided the venue for the rite. Wait, that's right. Speaking.
Of course.
Paimon's heard that anyone who sends a greeting gift gets a little something in return.
Well, we have made quite a bit of trouble for you recently. How about—
Yay! Paimon! One of the sheets on that wall. Don't look at Paimon like that. One of these sheets of paper will sell for crazy price. Just imagine. Let's grab one! The biggest one! Huh? Well, that was an easy search. La 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 la. Huh? There's a place marked with a circle on here. Sigil of permission, something, something. Aw, that doesn't sound like this piece of paper. Oh, Ningguang did say that the Tui have been up to all kinds of mischief, but research on the Sigil of Permission? Paimon what? Speaking of which, there's also some connection between you and the Sigil of Permission. Seems... Oh. Well, should we... Oh, so you're saying that it's precisely because we... Anyway, before we look for... Written down on this piece of paper. And they look really mad at us, too.
Let's begin. Use this first. Stay right there. Let's see this quickly. Ignite Phantasmagoria.
Brace yourself.
Let's not waste time. I guess this is it.
Let's play. Think you can get away? Oz, reveal thyself.
Cook this This should be fun.
Wings of darkness.
Not breaking a sweat.
here. And Paimon's seen this pattern before. Oh, Paimon knows! It looks just like... But how did a relic... Oh, that's right. Cloud retainers, talismans like that. Maybe the Fatui are copying the being able to channel divine power and the plot thickens. Alright, that's enough sticking around here. The last stop on our rite of parting preparation. Let's go! Paimon...
Right on time. Did you enjoy your visit to the
It was so big and pretty.
Indeed. It's second to none in all. Then you met with Ningguang, I trust? What did you
She's super rich and so generous. Yeah, her take on Ningguang is quite different from Paimon's. She thinks that even the
Oh. So you also met with Keqing then?
She said the time of the Adepti has...
No respect for the divine. Indeed, contrary to the ever-bold Keqing, Ningguang is more of a businesswoman at heart. Although she's friendly, there's no way of clearly discerning her true intentions. Yes, she has only relied on herself to rise to her current position. No order. It's said that she's the one behind the constant
The Jade Chamber is only second. What's the...
Why, Mora, of course.
All Ningguang talked about was the Fatui this and the Fatui that. She said that after Rex Lapis was...
That is how the Fatui have always been. No matter what they may be planning, you must be careful when dealing with the Fatui.
So, is there anything we need to get for the rite of parting, and do you...
Yes, as a matter of fact, there is.
Glaze lilies. Oh, right! Paimon remembers that Madame Ping is always tending to flowers. Maybe we can...
No. Those lilies have all been gone. Dihua Marsh used to be before the Archon War. Of course, there are some wild glaze lilies have the strongest fragrance, but I'll need your assistance in gathering these flowers. No, I need you to sing to them.
So how could... Really? What?
We'll only know once she starts.
Whenever you're ready.
Da 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 da.
What happened? These flowers are jumping. They look really angry. Is it because you sang a song for Mondstadt that they don't understand here in Liyue? Those weren't glaze lilies.
This little monster is... Strange. The glaze lilies used as a disguise were buried with the whopper flower for too long.
Well, that's nice.
Unfortunately...
That's so lame.
Excuse me. Are you searching for glaze lily?
Oh, hey! It's... What's-her-face?
Hello, traveler. I'm surprised you still remember my name. Ah! That reminds me. How was your visit to the Jade Chamber?
Well, it sure would have been better
sure if you told us.
Didn't I tell you the way? Sure.
Nope. We found the way on our own.
Oh, I see. Uh-oh. I guess I really did forget to tell.
She's acting different from the first time we met.
Ah, well, I met you at that time as an emissary.
You came all the way out here to see the...
Yujing Terrace is where Rex left. Whenever my duties take me near Yujing
Oh, sorry.
No, it's quite all right. I just haven't... When the Archon War came to its end 2000... Yes. Now that the other 5, including Inazuma's right of the current 7 Archons, this means that Liyue had been under Rex Lapis's rule for...
So what do you think of this?
Huh? This... As a mortal, I've never dared to imagine a Liyue without... But as an Adeptus, I think I will eventually come to grips with reality. Since Rex Lapis has passed, the time of Liyue's contract with the gods and Adepti has now reached it.
Huh? Did you just say
Yes, I am a mix of human and Chilean. Adeptus blood flows through my veins. I fought for Rex Lapis and the city of Liyue after the war ended. I signed a contract with Rex Lapis and took the position as secretary for the Qixing. Let's save that conversation for another day. You say that I also know where wild glaze lilies can be found. See, I've just picked one myself.
Wait.
Oh, so did you sing a song before you picked the
Indeed, I did. I know this tradition well.
Wow, so you really know your stuff, too?
No, it is you who I should be thanking. If you would excuse me, I should return.
And that just about does it. Our preparation, given the ease of picking glaze lilies.
Yeah, Paimon can already...
I've had enough ventures in my life. Beginning a new undertaking is always difficult at first, so you must be careful to take the time to step back and
Wow. See? Zhongli said... Alright, I think it's about time we head back to What happened? The city gate is swarming...
Ah, you're the consultant to... The Millilith are watching our every move now.
Desperate time?
The Adepti of Joyun Karst are finally on the move.
Do they intend to exercise?
Most likely. I've heard that some members of the Qixing have already gone to meet them. Well, however, both sides were quite opposite.
It seems inevitable.
The Adepti do not acknowledge the Qixing. They only acknowledge the
Surely the Liyue.
Their boneheadedness is known throughout.
And what now?
That's all Ningguang. She proclaimed that in these tumultuous times, the Millilith must... Only now do they want to start keeping tabs on us? Anyway, Mr. Zhongli, you're one of Child's close associates. Please understand that your actions will reflect on us.
It looks like things are about to boil over and leave...
Do you intend to use your neutral identity as an intermediary between both sides? Neither path is an easy...
Oh, by the way, Mr. Zhongli, we've heard that the Wangsheng funeral parlor has also been caught up in all of this. They're currently square...
Things are taking a turn for the worse. I'm afraid I must leave now to handle things back at Wangsheng funeral parlor. I hope that Master Hu has been able to... Consider your next course of action carefully, traveler.
Having connections with the Fatui seems to be quite... So what does Zhongli mean by looking for the fuse? Oh, Paimon gets it. He must be waiting for the But where could we find him? Where would he go at a time like this?
all of Tivatsamora is minted, right? Oh, so it's a trap. But even if we can't take any, or better yet, take a nap on top of... Oh, right. Back to bed. It's quiet. Huh? Look! What happened here? Uh-oh. Quick! We have to...
You've already fulfilled your task as guides, so why do you still linger here? Haven't you already seen it?
Huh? Who's there?
If you were Fatui, I imagine that you would be entitled to a generous reward from the Tsaritsa herself. But now, you're nothing but dross, and you're in my way. Where should I start? Well, I've never been one to beat around the bush, you know. But who could have possibly guessed that the god of Geo would mysteriously perish the very moment I arrived in Liyue, and that the Exuvia would... If it weren't for that lovely little rite of parting ceremony you put together, it would have taken... Stopping the Mora Mints, hiding away the Exuvia...
So you've been planning to take the Gnosis from inside the Exuvia all along?
As one of the 11 Fatui Harbingers, it's my duty to see the will of the Tsaritsa fulfilled. She will get that which she desires. I'm not asking for your blessing, and there's nothing you can do to... The time for discussion and diplomacy has already passed. I mean, either way, we now come to my favorite part. A simple pleasure, and one that I am oh so delighted to be sharing with you. The battle.
Battle? So you're the type that goes looking...
You could say that. When Signora offended the deities outside, instead of confronting you directly, she chose to rely on the snow and ice. When she faces a worthy opponent, she will prioritize her mission. But as for me, the greatest pleasure of being a harbinger lies in...
We won't let what happened in Mondstadt...
Oh, so you intend to fight me? Good. I won't kill you, Traveler. Besides, you could never defeat me. Not even in your... Fighting talk, I love it! This chance is hard to come by, so show me all you've got. So very few ever get the chance to square off with the Fatui Harbinger. So come now, amuse me, and don't you dare disappoint. How unbecoming. Passable effort. So quick to flee.
Midnight Phantasmagoria.
Try this. Not bad, not bad. Cowering already? Poor timing. So quick to flee. Passable effort. A fine opportunity. Try this. Poor timing. Guess I should take you more seriously. Haha, good. No wonder Signora was so wary of you. Well, that just means I can go all out. Brace yourself. This is about to get tough. Now, show me what you can do against the might of a Harbinger. No use hiding back there.
Think you can get away?
Crush you!
Reveal thyself!
All you do is run. Not bad. Your swordsmanship is quite impressive. But that's about as far as you'll get. Didn't think you had that card hidden up your sleeve.
You were just playing us to get close to the Exuvia!
Oh, quiet down. Stop acting like some wide-eyed recruit. You've seen this world. You of all people should know. This should have been expected! Well then, I'll be taking more Axis Gnosis now! I see. Well, this is most unexpected. You beat me to it, didn't you?
This is going to cost you! You got to the Gnosis ahead of me, didn't you? So weak bastard! Or did you really think else to be on purpose? It's over now. You made me take it from you.
Take it?
Wouldn't gliding be faster? Wouldn't gliding be faster?
By royal decree! Shadow Raven, let night fall! Let's play!
Die!
Retribution! So you went.
Look! Child's back to normal!
Well then, it seems the burden of the foul legacy transformation was too great for my body. And now that I consider the matter more carefully, you never had any chance of beating me to the You had no connection to the Gnosis.
That's what we've been trying to tell you! We didn't take—
Your show of ability today far surpasses that of Signora's initial assessment of you in Mondstadt. Tell me, you already know the answer, don't you? But if that is a secret you wish to keep, I guess I'll just have to curb my... This battle has already left me satisfied. Anyone who strives as I do to grow stronger shall be called a friend. Even if our friendship can only be...
Pretty sure that's not the normal way to make friends.
Unfortunately, I must bring this amiable conversation to an end. Given that the Gnosis wasn't taken by anyone, then we must look once again to the beginning. Perhaps it was never in the Exuvia to be... In fact, it might be that the Exuvia was just a divert...
What? So you mean that...
Yes, it appears so. Interesting to say the least. It seems that the guardian deity of the capital of commerce is also well-versed in little maneuvers. As such, we must now look to our
backup plan?
I had hoped it would never come to this. I absolutely detest working with those who are weaker than I. The truth is, the world belongs to those of us who desire to become strong. I seldom willingly mingle with any dull... Unfortunately, we cannot be picky about our methods as Fatui Harbingers. Children must all learn to eat their
So what are you planning to do?
I will awaken the god that lies dormant beneath Guyon's stone forest.
A god?
Osial, overlord of the Vortex, who was defeated by Morax, the Geo-Archon in the Archon War, and who has remained pinned beneath the waves by the Geo-Archons. If such an ancient god were to be unleashed upon Liyue Harbor, defenseless without the protection of its deity, do you think the cunning Rex Lapis would just stand aloof and watch the ensuing destruction?
But the Archon War ended 2,000 years ago. How can an ancient god appear in a world...
Simple. I've already prepared the means to awaken it.
Hey! Those are sigils of permission! Oh, Paimon remembers now. The Fatui have been
Indeed. The one that was given to you was just a byproduct of our research. With the power of so many sigils of permission concentrated in one place, along with that which was bestowed upon me as a harbinger by our Tsaritsa, breaking the subduing might of the Geo-Archon, using the powers of ancient gods in such a situation, but knowing that such an action will not only force the Geo-Archon to show its hand, but you as well. Let's see. Will the nation that has lost its deity be swallowed up by an ancient malice once more? If you wish to drown together with the people of Liyue, you're free to stay and enjoy the show.
Huh? He's already gone. That guy is fast. What's going on? To see the Jade Chamber flying over just as we came out of the Golden House, did we make it in time?
What are you doing here?
Huh? Hold on. It's the Adepti. What are you doing on the Jade Chamber? Paimon thought you were
Faced with a calamity of such magnitude, we have agreed to put our differences aside for now and unite against this common enemy.
So how do you... Just seeing this overlord of the Vortex...
It's not just you. We've got new Millilith recruits who can't even stand at attention without shaking. The force of an ancient god, which is why we must stop that monster before it gets any closer to.
So the Archon War was fought 2,000 years ago against enemies? So will the power of the Qixing, Millelith, and Adepti gathered here be enough to stop that?
We've already discussed this together, and our conclusion is...
What? But all of you were supposed to be the Guardians of Liyue.
One certainly could.
Huh?
The Qixing did once research the matter of the Guizhong Ballista when it piqued their fancy. And as fate would have it, one who did craft the Guizhong Ballista with one... For what could you mortals ever learn of Adepti mechanisms? Yet, it would take one, but a little tinkering to turn this ballista into an...
I suppose this is one blessing from the Adepti that we So be it. We shall use the upgraded Guizhong Ballista to fight off that god. All the Adepti... We haven't a moment to spare. Our battle be... Yep.
We disturb their work.
All able Millelith, with me!
Let's go up too!
We have not faced the god in several millennia. Let one see what you're made of then. What strength remains within you. One wishes to witness.
My royal decree.
Retribution! I miscalculated. Finally, some quiet.
That is Osial's divine power. I am very familiar with it. Be careful not to get hit.
Fatuli! Their attacks are unrelenting!
Smash Knives diplomats will answer for their afterward. Every last one.
Time for takeoff.
Let's do this quickly! Freshness preserved.
Time for takeoff.
Disgusting. This should be fun.
With the blood of the Chilean, I guard you against evil. Cast your fear of injury by the wayside and fight with all your might. I too did this during the Archon War.
So this is what Gunny's like in a fight.
My name means swiftness. Take my power and run as I do.
We're going too fast.
Perhaps you can withstand 3 forms of adeptal energy at once.
This will hurt a little. Please bear with us.
Once you've adapted, try to use them in battle.
Stay forever. I guess this is it. Let's not waste time.
Midnight Phantasmagoria.
Think you can get away?
This isn't good.
The citizens. Over here! Blink! These are so close. I fear that the god's power has reached its peak. In other words, if we hold here, there's nothing worse to come, right?
Send this here.
Over here!
I will. Yes. This is it. I miscalculated.
Think you can get away? Look at all
This begins. I guess this is it. Back into it.
Let me amuse myself.
Yes. My duty.
Think you can get away? The Fatui's numbers are thinning!
Quite on, Malcolm. Once we finish this level, the Adepti will be able to deal with the god in peace.
The interlopers are no more. Now we may commit ourselves fully.
It's working! We just need to keep this up!
Be careful now.
The Guizhong Ballista is destroyed. Without its covering fire, retaliation shall be difficult.
But the Jade Chamber is our last line of defense. We can't give another inch, no matter what.
I have another idea.
What do you mean, Lady Ningguang?
I'll sacrifice the Jade Chamber.
What is the meaning of this?
I understand.
Traveler, lend me a hand. Farewell, old friend. Goodbye for now. Let us meet again in the future.
Is it finally over?
The ominous aura of that monster has indeed begun. The effects of the Sigil of Permission last but it will be some time before the Overlord of the Vortex can make any—
We are indebted to you for your assistance. If the Adepti hadn't happened to be here, the future of Liyue Harbor would surely have been in—
Save your flattery. We didn't just happen to be here. Surely you won't pretend to have forgotten the reason for which we came.
Come now. There's no need for such harsh words, Cloud Retainer. I've heard that when Ningguang began learning to do business, she had already started setting aside part of her then limited income. At first, it was only the size of a small room, but with continued expansion, it is a testament to Ningguang's seeing the Jade Chamber destroyed.
Well, I was really hoping you would say that such— Thank you all for hearing me out. We know— 3,700 years. According to our records, the Adepti signed a contract with Rex Lapis to protect Liyue. Even to this very day, Liyue and its lands have stood the test of time, immovable as stone. But that does not mean that the Liyue of today is the same city as it was. Do not merely cast your protective gaze upon the land.
Are you questioning our means of protecting Liyue?
I mean no offense. I simply hope that our Adepti forebears would see Liyue in a new light.
Forebears, you say? One doubts you would be fit to be part—
This morning, Rex Lapis appeared to me in a—
What?
In the dream, I yearned to tell him that we Qixing, though mortal, are equal. I also thought to tell him how the past generations of Qixing, but I dared not.
Oh, Ningguang.
Yet another perspective. What are you trying to say, Outland?
Right. That's something that happened in Mondstadt.
It's a story about the four winds and the people. The animal Archon sought to quell the strife between the two sides, because he believed that such conflict would only scar the hearts of both.
Each of the 7 nations has its own scars.
Though your point is the very height of... As Adepti, we've become a laughingstock. To be
All right, all right. Didn't Ningguang suggest that we should focus on the city and each of its citizens?
I apologize for appearing in full armor. I am afraid I cannot show...
And who are you?
I am Feng Yan, a sergeant of the Millelith. I thought this battle would perhaps be my last. But thanks to the aid of the Adepti, our forces were not as badly battered as... Although I am a mere...
Why does everyone...
Weren't you frightened, dear?
I wasn't afraid. All the strong Millelith guards were there. When danger is near, everyone... Thanks for protecting Liyue Harbor. Please, come visit us.
Unfortunately, we wouldn't be able to participate.
Huh?
Because we are Adepti.
Oh.
You see, this is what Liyue is like. The country of contracts is grateful to the Adepti for their protection. But it is not... Although their blood is weak, there is... The time of contracts between gods and Liyue has long since passed. Now is the time of contracts between
Seeing the port around us now, it is hard not to feel a bit out of place.
Your line of inquiry is askew.
Seems like the Adept...
Let us return now.
Eager to leave, Conqueror. Yes, one understands what the Conqueror of Demons. One fears that by the time one finally grasps the new contracts of Liyue, you humans would have once again changed the place beyond recognition. Fair enough. Away we shall...
Since we Adepti have consensus, then one shall persist. But how will we ensure that the Liyue Qixing will not simply
All right, Mooncarver, you needn't worry. It seems to me that this rite of...
Looks like the conflict... Oh, right! It's nice that we've got peace and all, but we're forgetting one child wanted to unleash the god, so he... But we were able to handle the overlord of the... Oh, and speaking of that, don't we still need... Hyman doesn't get it. But isn't the strongest lead we have the Adepti-less rite of parting that we're organizing? No idea where Zhongli's gone. Let's ask for him at Wangshen Funeral Parlor.
Is there anything I can do for you two?
We've come to see Zhongli. Could you please tell him we're here?
Unfortunately, Zhongli isn't here at the moment.
Doesn't the Northland Bank belong to the Fatui? Last time we saw Zhongli was before we went to the Gold... Do you think he doesn't know about the attack on Liyue? We had better go and make sure...
You call this cooperation between Harbingers? Cooperation involves communication, you know.
Don't take it to heart, child. Besides, aren't you happy that you got to skip the formalities? Oh, it seems that some of your friends have arrived.
Hey, it's Zhongli and Child. And... you...
It's you two. I believe we've met once before. In the city of Bards, was it? Ah, right. I imagine that it must have been rather hard to forget watching helplessly as something precious was snatched away.
No, don't let her get to you. You've yet to gather the powers of all 7 elements. And our last... So it might be best to keep things peaceful this...
Well, if it isn't you two. This is our first time...
Paimon knew that we should never...
Oh, now don't say that. Sure, I may have misled you, but I never had anything. Besides, I thought we were getting along quite well together, didn't you? Except nothing personal. We just have... The real deceivers here are Senora and Zhongli. So actually, I think...
Stop wasting time, child. There'll be plenty of time to chat once I'm through here. You remember the agreement, Morax?
What in the world are you talking...
The contract is fulfilled.
How sanctimonious.
What? So you're the Lord of... No, wait. That's an exciting twist and all, but why give the Gnosis to the Fatui?
I do not give it for free. I give it...
Yeah, you don't think you went a little bit too far with that whole fake death thing? Everyone was preparing the ceremony for you, and splat! This big dragon falls out of the sky, and all of Lyric...
Gathering all the forces that had been bubbling behind the scenes, and then stirring them together in a pot that was bound to boil over. That's what he wanted to see, am I right?
Wait, what?
Perhaps it's best that I explain. As you know, I've dwelt upon this world for more than 6,000 years. I witnessed the founding of Liyue, together with the Adepti 3,700 years ago. Even boulders that can withstand whirlpools will erode with the passing of time. I kept convincing myself that cracks had not begun to form, and that the end of my time had not yet come. Until one drizzly day, as I was strolling along the harbor, I heard a merchant tell one of his workers, "You finished your duties. Go ahead and call it a day." I stood motionless among the crowds, asking myself, have I already finished my duties?
Oh, Zhongli.
But as I began to consider relinquishing my divine role, I soon discovered that many reasons still remained to not hastily depart. Was Liyue, the city I had dwelt in for so long, already prepared to enter its next age? I decided that, so I feigned my own death, and gathered the cast of Child, the Adepti, and the Liyue Qixing to play their roles together on the stage. Indeed I was. The Gnosis, which I had kept for so many years, suddenly seemed to have lost it. That's right. Which is why I continued to safeguard the Gnosis.
So you mean that if the chaos ever reached the point of no return, you would simply appear and use your divine powers to bring Liyue back under...
Of course. And it would have been all too easy for him, too. Just as a child quickly matures after losing their parents, so has Liyue matured when faced with the death of its...
I was pleasantly surprised with the finale of the show that you all put on. Why, you even deserved an encore. The Adepti deserve the greatest applause, considering their years of seclusion. They hardly recognized the city, yet faced with such a crisis, they exerted the greatest amount of restraint. Not only did they manage to cooperate with the Qixing, but in the end, they even tried to understand the heart of the... And hats off to the emissary dispatched by the Cryo-Archon to fulfill our contract, Senora. She managed to keep everything she knew in strict confidence, far from the eavesdropping ears of her All the while, I carried on as Zhongli, and fulfilled the traditions of Liyue in this mortal form. Thank you for walking that path with these things were all a part of my script. The only unforeseen plot twist was that I had expected them to do no more than the Adepti, to come to the defense of Liyue. They seized the opportunity to supplant Liyue as divine protectors, and used the subsequent power vacuum left by my death to quickly gain...
Huh? That doesn't sound good at all!
On the contrary, I think it is excellent. I had always feared that it was too soon for them to take over from me. And it was also that which I...
Hey, what about me? Doesn't anyone feel the least bit of remorse for deceiving me? You've practically...
I think that thanks would be more appropriate. You certainly played... If you hadn't created the pressure of a battle, but...
Huh? Just whose side are you on, mocking me like, be that as it may? You've come out of this as the hero of Liyue. I, on the other hand, will be forever prescribed...
Well then, with the Gnosis in my possession, I have no use for such idle chatter. We should return to...
Fine. I'll meet you there later.
Do as you wish.
Now then, is there anything else?
Right! As Zhongli always told us...
Realistically speaking.
Huh?
However, I am the god of contracts. For thousands, my agreement with the Cryo-Archon will be the last of my contracts as the Geo-Archon. As for the bargaining chip that the Tsaritsa used to balance... Uncover that answer for yourself in your... One of the claw...
Today's the day of the rite of parting. Although the star of the show is fake, we've spent so much time trying to organize it, it would be a real shame not to go there now.
You know that god from...
Yes.
Say.
Now that you mention, I mean, it all fits together. That person must have colluded with the evil god to harm Rex Lapis. Oh, that wicked... Still, what sort of supernatural prowess must this person possess to be able to do such things? I have never heard of such a person in all my years.
Ah, forget it. Guessing's no use to us. Look, the Millilith over there looks like he's about to make an announcement. Let's hear what the Ministry of Civil Affairs has to...
Oh, well, so Rex Lap... Oh, come on. There's only one real possibility. The Fatui? They certainly are very suspicious. Shh! Lower your voice.
Hear ye all! Though a dragon soars ageless as the mountains, gods and adepti live glorious lives, but both light and shadow have their season. Rumors and hearsay abound on the streets that having been thwarted in his trial, nor are they to believe street-born rumors or indulge in baseless speculation.
Paimon needs a translation. So that's how something feels off. Why would they suddenly give up? Could the Qixing already have known that? Did Zhongli tell? Exactly, right? Ooh, seems like the rite of Look, it's Ningguang and Keqing.
As said previously, Rex Lapis' soul returning to the heavens is the end of the contract.
3,700.
We, the people of Liyue, were indeed prosperous. But
the long, unending dream of our Archon.
Now that we have awoken from our dream, will you stand with us as we re-establish our contracts?
So concludes the words of Her Eminence. Does Her Eminence the Yuheng have anything to...
Huh? Is she looking?
Traveler.
Yikes! She really is.
Is that the traveler who they say defeated the ancient...
So young. The Liyue Qixing always repay their debts. And as you have heard, our eyes see far. Name your price.
Whoa.
Well, could you help me put up some missing person posters?
As for the mortal...
And to think I'd put my best perfume on before coming here. But it seems as if those perfumes really... Well, that's fine.
Perhaps mementos for...
Hey, Zhongli! Look at this. And here you are.
Right. You're right.
But why would Mora...
As the Rex Lapis Morax, I can easily create Mora. But since I have chosen to walk this earth, when I was journeying with you, though I still...
Oh, no, what? But since you weren't used to not being able to just...
Well, we were only spending Fatui money. In the City of Commerce, we do not merely exchange money or goods. The Archon Morax. I will treasure the memories that I made as Zhongli. Traveling the street, that is true.
Paimon thinks...
I fear that continuing your journey may be difficult. The nation that... Yes, the nation has been... The Electro-Archon Ball. And just as the people of Liyue prefer...
Paimon thinks we've heard...
That is the case. And since Raiden is also the Shogun of the...
That said, though people... Zhongli, since you're Rex Lapis...
It's because of visions.
Visions?
When faced with circumstances beyond their control, humans often bemoan their lack of... But if a person shows true strength of will at a desperate and fateful moment in their life, the gods, this is what visions are. Magical foci, bestowed.
That
But starting from last year, the Raiden shook.
vision hunt decree?
Yes, it was an order to.
They want to seize visions. But what?
I should think that in the Raiden Shogun's eyes, it is precisely because they are.
Whoa, that's harsh.
The Animo Archon is the god. The fact that even I, knowing her, 7 ideals for 7 gods. All right then. Was there anything else you wish to know? The time of the Adepti has. Kuching is absolutely. Now, though I did laud Ningguang's desire for power, believing this to be. Could the original person who. All right then. Was there anything else you wish to know?
Yeah, about that.
These are indeed false accusations. I've heard that Ningguang is busy milking. Those. All right then. Was there anything else you wish to know? That was a good one. That said, the reason why the Chief. I hinted as much to the Adept. How did I accomplish that? All right then. Was there anything else you wish to know?
That's right. Since Morak. Also, isn't the Golden House the.
The Mora present now will not vanish. But.
This is terrible.
Yes, this is indeed. Well.
Then, did you at least set some private funds aside?
Oh, a private fund. It's a.
What's a shame?
It's a shame that I did. All right then. Was there anything else you wish to know? Well then.